Satnam. I want to share with you a technique today called breath of fire. And what breath of fire is very good for, especially with battling the coronavirus, is very helpful for getting mucus out of our system. And so many people are having a hard time with the coronavirus and dying because of most of the upper respiratory conditions that they're having to deal with. So if we can get this fluid and this mucus out, or give our lungs the capacity to be able to not be affected by it, oof, here we go, we're in good shape. So breath of fire not just burns the mucus in our body, but it also increases our oxygen capacity. It gives our blood, the blood cells, the red blood cells, it gives them the capacity to have more oxygen come through our system. And that's good because the red blood cells deliver very important nutrients to all of the tissue of our body, as well as then pick it back up and bring it back into our heart and goes back through pulmonary circulation all over again. So it reoxygenates. So it's sort of like it's a delivery truck on the way out, giving us what we want, kind of like Amazon giving you your packages. And then it's like a garbage truck coming back, taking all the crap back with us, and then putting it back through the heart and then going all over again. So it burns mucus, and it also increases the capacity to bring oxygen into our cells by purifying the blood. Now here's the technique that we're going to do for it today. Now you can do this on each, and what we're going to do is we're going to do different mudras. So we're going to be touching our index fingers first, then our middle fingers, then our ring finger, then our pinky, and then we're going to come together like this for the last part of this. Now we're going to do these each for 1 minute. So we're going to do breath of fire, and I'll show you the technique in a moment. We're going to do breath of fire for just 1 minute so you can understand how to do it, and then you can extend this longer, and I'll explain at the end of this how you would extend it longer. But for 1 minute we're going to touch this finger, 1 minute we're going to touch this finger, 1 minute we're going to touch this finger, and then 1 minute we're going to touch this finger, and then 1 minute we're going to bring our hands together. Breath of fire is done like this. It is a even in and out through the nose, one sniff, so one length of the nose. So that's in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. But it's done fairly rapidly. So when you first start doing this, one inhale, one exhale, let that last 1 second. So one complete inhale, exhale lasts a second. When you get accustomed to doing this, one inhale, one exhale, you can do 2. When you get really, really good at it, you can do one inhale, one exhale, one inhale, one exhale, one inhale, one exhale in 1 second. So 3 times. So 1 would be like this. 2, 3. I think 3 is too fast, to be honest. I usually stay somewhere between 2 and 3. I find that pretty comfortable, between 2 and 3. What you want to do, and this is an important part of breath of fire, is you want to understand that when you breathe out, you want your belly to come in. So for just a second, put your hands on your belly and go in. And breathe out. So push on your belly and breathe out through your nose. So really let your belly, kind of just relax as you're taking the breath in. So push in again, and then relax. In, relax. In, relax. Do you see when you relax your belly, the inhale is almost automatic? Because it sort of is. So though there's no emphasis with breath of fire on the inhale or the exhale, because some of you who may be familiar with some other breathing techniques, such as Bhastrika or Kapalabhati, where you're really using your navel point and your diaphragm to move the air. This is not that. There will be a flutter in through this area, in through your diaphragm and in through your lower belly by the navel point. But the emphasis is on the nose. So in and out through the nose, and you'll see this flutter. But what you want is again, the belly has to come in on the exhale. So watch just for a second. I'm going to do it. And again, it's a subtle movement, but just watch for a second. So breathe in and then begin. So you see my belly kind of moving a little bit. Now to get the rhythm, a lot of times what I have people do is stick out their tongue and pant like a dog, because you'll get the rhythm down better. So watch this for a second. Okay? The breath can be very subtle. I'm making it a little louder just so you can hear it, but it can be subtle. Let me show you how I would typically do this for myself if I were doing this meditation. I would sit and I would do. So I don't know if you can still hear that or not, breath-wise, but that's how I would do it, is like that. So again, we're going to squeeze the root lock gently, lift the chest, pull the chin in. So the video that if you haven't seen the video yet, watch the videos on the body locks, the root lock, the diaphragm lock, the neck lock, and then the great lock. Watch the videos on it, because it'll help with every single meditation to do this. Now, if I didn't say in the video on the root lock, if you're menstruating, you do not do this. If you're menstruating, you do not do breath of fire. So oftentimes in a lot of the Kriyas, we say, hey, let's do breath of fire. Women who are menstruating, what you'll do is you'll substitute that with long, deep breathing at the time. So every other time that you're not menstruating, you can do this. Pregnant ladies, just be very, very careful. So if it's uncomfortable in any way at all, you do not do it. You do not apply a strong root lock anyway if you're pregnant. And breath of fire, you don't necessarily do if there's any discomfort. Okay, so use your head when it comes to that. You're better served with long, deep breathing at that point. So, because this is a Kundalini Yoga Kriya meditation, pranayama, we're going to tune in with the Adi mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo, 3 times. And we'll do the meditation. Quick, we'll do it quick. So you rub your hands together, you sit tall, chest out, chin in, apply that root lock, lift the chest, brawl it, bring the chin back in, and apply the neck lock. Put some pressure into your palms, relax your shoulders, relax your elbows. Sit tall, close your eyes, bring them up onto the brow point, to the bridge of the nose, staring at that point, an inward gaze. Call that a drishti. It starts to stimulate the pituitary gland. Take in a nice, deep, long breath and pause it at the top. And now exhale that breath. Inhale deeply again, long and slow. Pause it at the top. Exhale. A deep breath in to begin. Inhale deep, hold the breath. Exhale. So, for 1 minute each, what we're going to do, squeeze the root lock, lift the chest, bring the chin back in. We're going to touch our index finger. We're going to have a straight arm, our palms facing the ceiling. So don't be lazy, don't slouch, don't let your elbows bend, don't let your wrist fall down. Turn it so that your upper arm turns. All day long, you're doing this, typing away. So we want to correct that. So this is also correcting your posture. So turn this around so that your elbow is up, your palm is up, fingers are touching like this. So we're just going to do this for 1 minute each. And when I say switch, you're just going to switch then to the middle finger. And I say switch, you're going to switch again to the ring finger. And I say switch, we're going to switch again. And then we'll bring our hands into prana mudra or prayer pose at the end for 1 minute of long, deep breathing. So you're just going to breathe long and slow at the end to seal the effects of this. So everybody sit tall, touch your index finger and your thumb, close your eyes, sit tall, bring your attention to your brow point. And we're going to do this. This is only going to take 5 minutes. So ready? Everybody, let's just do it. Ready? Go. Switch fingers now to the middle finger. Now switch to the ring finger. Pinky. And bring your hands into prayer pose. Relax your shoulders, relax your elbows, keep your eyes closed for 1 minute now. Breathe long, slow, and deep. Inhale deep. Hold, press your palms together. Exhale, relax. Now, a very powerful way to do this is you do each one of these finger positions for 7 minutes, and then you end with 3 minutes of this. This gives us 31-minute meditation, a very powerful way to understand what Breath of Fire can do for you. And you will stiff arm almost every single virus, mucus thing, whatever comes your way. This is an unbelievable breath pattern to do. It becomes very relaxing. If you felt you were getting maybe lightheaded during it, your breath wasn't even. Keep in mind that one of the most important things with this breath is that it's even. It's an even in, even out, even in, even out, with no emphasis on either one. No emphasis on the exhale. Again, some of the other breath patterns, Kapalabhati and Bhastrika, there is an emphasis on the exhale. This is not that. This is an even in and out through the nose. There will be a moving of the belly and the diaphragm, but it's a flutter, more of a flutter. So this is more focusing on the nose. Again, if you want to build up to the 7 minutes, do 2 minutes. So do this every day for a minute. When you feel like you've got the breath pattern down good, then increase it and do 2 minutes on each finger. And then do 3 minutes on each finger. And then 4, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7, until you can get to that full 7, right? So you can do it, let's say for 3 days in a row, you do it for 1 minute. And the next 3 days in a row, you do it for 2 minutes on each finger. And then the next 3 days, you do it for 3 minutes, and so forth and so on, until you get to the 7 minutes. And then when you get to the full 7 minutes, do that for 40 days in a row. And you are going to love the results that will happen. Just love it. It starts to change your metabolism, it changes your energy level, it changes your clarity, and it becomes a very relaxing breath. And one little secret with Breath of Fire. Breath of Fire, no matter how long you do it for, so we did it for 4 minutes with the Breath of Fire with a minute of long, deep breathing. So for that 4-minute period of time, as far as yoga is concerned, they consider that only taking 1 breath. What's the big deal with that? Well, the yogis believe that we are granted, all of us, a certain number of breaths in the course of our lifetime. So if you want to extend your experience here on this planet and you want to live longer, then the yogis say this constitutes 1 breath. So if you do 28 minutes of Breath of Fire, that's doing 1 breath. Now normally there's around, to do the math, probably 450, 500-ish breaths that you'll take normally in that course of time. Now you're only taking 1. So, true or not true, who knows? It's just fun to talk about. So, try it. Good luck with it. As always, reach out if you need me. If you feel like you're not getting the breath pattern down, stick out the tongue. Do the dog breath until you can get it. And then you feel you've got it, bring the tongue back in and keep going. Okay? So, good luck. Wish you well with this. Sat Nam.